there's a very small band of light right here that is actually visible to the human eye. This before that is going to be harmful UV, and this after that would be infrared light. So what you're seeing with this is a Carry 50, and what it's doing is it transmits artificial sunlight through a lens and shows you if there's any harmful light passing through. So right here would be all your UV A, B, and C, and then as soon as you get to 400 is where the color spectrum begins. So depending on your lens, we're obviously letting in the full color spectrum but blocking out any of that harmful light. That's with every lens that we make. Prescription, whatever you have, every lens we make is going to be Plutonite. Another thing too that's good is we offer more options than any company out there by far. I mean, we are definitely surpassing 2 or 3 times with polarized, and as you can see here, we're trying to create a tint for every application. Doesn't matter if you're just driving to work to the world's top athletes. We want to make something that's going to accommodate you, make you better at what you're doing. Any questions about that? Alright, I'm going to touch on polarized just real quick. I know Brian's going to get a little more in depth. We use something that's called injection or infusion molding, and really what that's doing is first of all allowing us to be consistent. We use the same molds every time. So we're injecting our lens material Plutonite into these molds to create various lens pucks, things different sizes to create different glasses. First of all, like I mentioned, it is keeping us very consistent. This would be it going in, creating the lenses. This would be it coming out as far as purge from the machine. As far as polarized goes, what we do is we take a polarized filter, it gets placed in the mold, and then to our specifications, then Plutonite gets injected, encompassing the filter. So it's now encompassed the filter, but it goes in at such a high level of heat that it's now bonded molecularly. There's a lot of companies out there that use layers, which means basically they're taking a lens puck, putting a filter in there, putting another lens. Well, the thing about that is they're using glue to bond that together. Well, now you're passing through 3 layers, and the glues and adhesives that they use to hold that together is really going to compromise your optics and allowing light to pass through naturally. So we have the best and most efficient polarized lenses due to HDO, XYZ Optics, Plutonite, and Brian will get a little bit more into that because I know he's got about 10 minutes on that outside for you guys, just specifically based on polarized. Again, all this applies for our RX as well. If you guys want to move down here real quick, I can show you guys the impact side of things. Excuse me. I want to make sure everybody can see, so you guys can feel free to squeeze down. If you guys want to get in this corner, we're all friends here. Come on down, don't be scared. Thing is I want you guys to see beyond this head right here. So this is the ANSI high velocity test. This is specified by Z87.1. We're going to use glass for this first one. There's a lot of companies out there that still use glass. It's pretty prevalent in the industry. You can see this is tempered treated glass. You can still find it in the RX market. The thing about glass is you wear your safety belt so you don't crash into a glass windshield. So having glass in front of your face at all times leaves your eyes in jeopardy at all times. Your eyes are pretty much the only muscle that doesn't regenerate. What I mean by that is if you do damage to your bicep, you can heal your bicep, you can work out again, you can gain strength. If you do damage to your eyes, your eye itself will heal, but you're not going to regrow 20/20 vision. So with this test, you're going to see we shoot it a 1/4-inch steel ball at 102 miles an hour. In-house, we would normally shoot it 20 times at a different angle each time just to guarantee the integrity of the lens all the way across the board. So, excuse me real quick. Alright, you guys ready? Can everybody see? Alright, here we go. Oh, you're gonna have to, let's see, give me 1 second. This thing's running a little bit low. Let me try this one more time. There you go. So that's what you're trying to avoid, any glass or any type of material that's going to come back into your ocular cavity. One of the great things about Plutonite, which I'll show you, is that I mentioned inherently in the lens material, it's going to block out 100% UV, but that means that no matter how much damage that lens incurs, no matter how scratched it gets, you're always going to be 100% safe and protected from any harmful light that could cause any damage to your eyes over time. Alright, 3, 2, 1. There we go, now it's running. So if you guys kind of want to take a look, you can see a small nick on there. I mean, barely anything. And again, we do that 20 times in-house. The thing about this too is it's not a fully encompassed lens, so it's not a frame encompassing the whole lens, which you would think would give it more structural integrity. We like to show these lenses because it shows you that even though it's not fully encompassed, you're still passing and exceeding what ANSI requires for that. Alright, so let me get behind you guys real quick. If you guys want to let me through here, this will be our last impact test. So that was glass. I know glass is real easy to break. This is CR39. This is the most commonly used lens material in the market. You can see it's obviously going to bend. You can find it anywhere from gas station glasses to high-end fashion. They get big rolls of it and then they cookie cut out lenses. First of all, Oakley designs and engineers frames for lenses and vice versa. If you just cut out a lens and then you try and heat it up to mold it into a frame, first of all, you're stretching the material on the outside and you're pushing it together on the inside. You're compromising optics just to mass produce a cheap lens. So with this test, you can see I'm going to be using, this is a 500 gram or 1.1 pound steel spike. The thing about this is people are wondering, well, when am I going to get hit with something like this? This is replicating more of a massive force. I like to tell people airbags. Your airbag deploys in 1/25th of a second. The actual amount or the percentages of injuries are going up lately due to the fact that airbags are so prevalent. What was a safety feature has become a safety concern. So you have to imagine something that's deploying at about 250 feet per second directly into your face. If you have glasses on that are made of glass or just a faulty lens material, it's going to shatter that, push it into your face. Now that 6 or 7 mile an hour bump could turn into a trip to the emergency room. So even though this is plastic, you think you'd be safer than glass, you can see you're still getting that shattering effect that's going to cause debris to come back into your eye. Just a little scary knowing that that's probably one of the most popular lens materials out there. So we'll run the Oakleys again. You guys want to take a look. So to pass these tests, the lens can't shatter or eject from the frame. The stem itself can't pop off. It can't leave the dummy's face. And most importantly with this test, you can see that even if you do take a metal spike to the face, that it's not going to push that lens far enough back to surpass the frame and do any damage to the soft tissue of the orbital of the eye. So what we're doing is creating not only the most optically correct, but definitely the most impact-resistant glasses on the market. We're exceeding what OSHA requires for safety lenses. So really what you're getting is an aesthetically appealing piece of safety eyewear. All this is designed, engineered, all the lenses manufactured in California, same guys, same machines. We try to control the whole process. That's really what's allowing us to stay and remain consistent in producing the best eyewear out there.
Does that apply for